everybody. So we are the Hallmarkies podcast, and I'm Rachel, and we are so excited for a special interview today. Amber's here.
Hi, everybody.
And we are so excited to be talking to the star of the upcoming Royally Ever After. We're talking to Fiona Gubelmann. Did I say your last name right?
So you get brownie points for that.
Thanks so much for coming on and talking with us. We really appreciate it. Let's get to know you a little bit. Tell us a little bit about, introduce yourself, and tell us a little bit about how you decided to become an actress. What inspired you?
Oh, wow. Well, I grew up in San Diego, California, and I was doing, at my preschool, they had dance classes, and I took some dance classes, and I just thought it was so much fun. And so my mom got me involved in little dance recital play things. And so I got involved in it, and I loved it. I had so much fun, but of course I'm like the shyest person sort of. And so when I was a kid, I just was I would get such bad stage fright and had the hardest time auditioning. But over the years, obviously it got better and better. And, but yeah, I mean, I just have loved performing since I was 3 years old. It's something that I've always enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the bug young.
I got the bug young. I know. It's, but yeah. But it never, I actually went to college as pre-med, and then, but I still auditioned for plays at UCLA, and I took an acting class, and I was having so much fun. I was like, you know what? I'm 18 and I'm not married, and I'm just gonna pursue it, because if it doesn't work out, I can go back to school. Mm-hmm. So I never even really thought it, I just went for it. So.
Well, hey, those pre-med classes probably helped you for the Good Doctor.
I know, right? Now I get to be a doctor now, so it kind of all works.
Nice.
And it was probably cheaper to become an actor and then a doctor through your work than to go through medical school.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
It was a good financial choice.
Right?
So did you grow up watching a lot of rom-coms, Christmas movies, the kind of thing you have on Hallmark? Was that something you did?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely, some of my favorite movies are rom-coms. I mean, I loved Sleepless in Seattle. I think that's just one of the best movies ever. Mm-hmm. And I think there were so many great movies in the 80s, like Can't Buy Me Love. All these movies that I was probably way too young to be watching. But I definitely grew up loving them, and I love comedy. That's just one of my favorite things to act and be a part of. And, so that's definitely something I enjoy. And I am obsessed with Christmas. I mean, playing, getting to work in Christmas Next Door, that was no acting required when it came to all the love for Christmas, because that's just who I am.
Yeah. Cool. That's great. So you are super busy, the busiest woman. That's why we're amazed that you took time to talk with us, because I think I counted you had 7 projects just last year that you were involved in.
I'm trying to think. So I did last year, Daytime Divas aired, but we had shot that. We wrapped filming that at the end of 2006. And then I took a little bit of time off because I just been working. I took some, time, about 7 months off, and just because I had been out of the country and working for 2 years straight. And so I took some time off, and then I went back into it, and I did Lethal Weapon, American Housewife, and then I did Christmas Next Door and Lucifer. And then, I've been on The Good Doctor, and then I just did, Royally Ever After. So it's been nonstop. I got back in the country a few weeks ago, and I was I've been gone since the beginning of October last year, pretty much. So it's crazy how time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, that's cool. I know. I was does she stop to stop to breathe?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right now I'm trying to relax and do that, but also trying to move to Vancouver for season 2 of The Good Doctor. So right now it's just get my life together.
Nice. Oh, that means you'll be ready to be in even more Hallmark stuff if you're in Vancouver.
I know, right?
Mhm.
On the weekends, we'll just shoot a Hallmark movie. But I mean, I love doing Hallmark films, so that's, they're so much fun to work on and be a part of.
Yeah. And so you were also in Wilfred, which is not quite a Hallmark show.
No.
To put it lightly, Hallmark people, go in there with your eyes open.
Yeah.
But that was a very interesting, like, high concept show, dark comedy, but awesome, amazing. Elijah Wood, way to go.
Aww.
So
I know, he's such a sweetie.
So how different is it working, full-time on a series like you are with Good Doctor and when you were on Wilfred versus doing these, these short little projects for just these standalone movies for Hallmark, which I know is insanely fast.
Yeah, the Hallmark films are probably the hardest, only because the production schedule is so intense. You shoot you're basically gone, it's about a month or so, 4 to 5 weeks. And when you're the lead in one of these, I don't think people realize how exhausting it is, but it's, you pretty much wake up, go to set, the only downtime you have is at lunch for 30 to 40 minutes. And then you film, so you're filming 12, well, no, because when you're the lead, it's about 14-hour days, because you're there for hair and makeup, and all that. So your days end up being, about 16 hours, including like transportation to and from set, all of that. So you're working for 16 hours, and then you have to get home, and usually you have like an hour at least of working on lines and script work for the next day. And when you're the lead in one of these, you don't ever stop moving on set. Like, you get to set and you go straight to hair and makeup, and then you go to set to actually film. And if there's ever any downtime, you're either in a fitting, you're doing behind the scenes, like stills photographs, or you're like shooting stuff for the actual behind the scene videos, or it's like, or you're doing like a hair and makeup change. Like, there's no napping in a trailer. You don't even have trailers, and there's none of that. Like, they're very physically exhausting and challenging, but it's also really magical in the sense that you become so bonded with everyone. It feels kind of like you're at summer camp or doing a play, and you really just get to dive in and create something fun and special. So it's really hard, but it's also it's very rewarding, and to see the final product.
Yeah. So you and Jesse Metcalfe have like a unbreakable bond there.
Oh my God, I love him. No, we got along so well. He we would like crack each other up. He's such a sweetheart, and I know he's up in Canada right now shooting, and it's like we're crossing paths because I go up when he comes back. But he's great, and we definitely had a really fun time shooting. I don't know if you saw any of our ridiculous videos that I posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
We made a couple raps.
Well, I mean, since we're talking about it, might as well ask. So I'm very curious about the timeline of this movie, The Christmas Next Door, because they had it posted as like a completely different plot with a different name all the way till the end of November. And so I was just curious, when did you film it? When did they contact you? Like, it was pretty last minute, right? No?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, the name, that's funny, yeah, because I think it was originally Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Night title. But when I got the script, I think in September, because we shot it in October, I think.
Okay. Earlier than I thought.
Yeah, we shot it. Yeah, I was up there in October, and which was great because it was actually cool enough to wear all the winter clothes. So you were never cold in the winter weather, but you were never like shooting in these jackets in 80-degree heat. So it was actually like, it kind of worked out perfectly. But the name, I knew when we were shooting that the title of the film would change. But I didn't, I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious to know what the plot was, because the script, when I got it, it didn't really change at that point.
Well,
So it could have just been a delay in updating on the website.
The original plot was supposedly about a divorced dad who gets his kids for Christmas, and he like doesn't know how to deal with it and all this stuff.
Oh my gosh, well, you know what? I never read that script.
That's so funny. They just apparently wanted to keep the Hallmarkies press out of the loop.
Yeah. Evidently, to make it all the more a surprise. But yeah,
you know, when I did Tulips for Spring, it was originally like poinsettias for Christmas or something.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And they rewrote it and made it a spring movie. And I do know that I never saw that script, but I do know that the Canadian actors that auditioned for it said that they auditioned with the poinsettia script and the sides. But I never saw that, so.
That's interesting. Yeah, you have the big battle for the next great poinsettia, I guess. Huh.
Yeah, right.
That's interesting, huh? I wonder how much that happens in Hallmark world. Probably a lot.
Or somebody just submits a script and they have like 5 different scripts ready for every season. They're just ready to go. Like, oh, you know what? Now it's a summer movie. It's not.
I know, right?
Funny.
Yeah. So, so your part in The Good Doctor, she's pretty competitive, pretty cutthroat. She's not sweet and lovely like your Hallmark roles. And so how is that sort of tapping into such a different kind of character?
Very challenging in a great positive way.
Mm-hmm.
I have never played a character like Morgan before, and it's been quite exciting. You know, she's very intelligent. She's very driven. She's very competitive and cutthroat, as you said. She knows what she wants, and she has extreme confidence, as well as she's no bullshit. She's just direct. She speaks her mind, and there's something about her. To play someone with that much confidence and no apology has been definitely, it's been challenging for me, because there's a stillness to that, and there's an ease that she has, and I naturally am a bit more effervescent. I'm very silly and playful, but I also fall into the traps of, you know, being like, oh, I'm sorry, or being sweet, or wanting to be liked and needing approval and all those things. And to play someone who has confidence that I would love. And it's, I definitely, like, it's been a journey looking at the parts of myself that, you know, the parts of her that are in me deep down, but, you know, that I cover up maybe, and that I don't lead with. And so, you know, feeling comfortable in her skin has definitely been a challenge for me. And at the same time, it's been freeing. I feel a bit more empowered. You know, the more I work on her, the more comfortable I feel just speaking my mind as her, and being direct, and still you find a strength in that, and a power that's very appealing. And it's been nice. It's just been nice to work on that. And yeah, it was very scary at first.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love it, and I'm very excited to dive into her even more in season 2. But that's why when I got the script for Royally After, I was very excited to get to play someone who was just who got to bring like the charm and the silliness and the physical comedy that I also just love to do. So it's nice to get to kind of play both characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you don't see women in those kind of roles all that often, because it's like you either have to be sort of the adorable prom queen or you're the heartless, you know, and and
no, I mean,
so it's really interesting.
So true. No, I mean, listen, a few years ago, I was just getting so fed up with the parts and stuff that I was going out for, because it's like, oh, your role as a female in the comedy world is nagging wife. And it's like, I'm not a nagging person. Like, I don't want to be this like type A, oh, my honey did it wrong again. I mean, or it's just like, or you're there just to make the man look funny. And unfortunately, like, that's just how it is and how it has been in the past for so long. And so I've been developing stuff on my own. But then a few years ago, I feel like this shift has really been happening and the roles really started changing. But I would get so excited just to get like a great guest star, like a really funny, goofy, quirky part, because I felt like as a guest star, I'd get to do much funnier roles than I would when I would be auditioning for series regulars per se. Right. And, you know, when I did, so I was really fortunate to be a part of the Netflix series, One Day at a Time. And, you know, I got to play like kind of like that quirky, you know, Lori is just kind of a bit ditzy and a bit out of touch with reality. And that was a really fun girl. And also, what was so amazing about One Day at a Time is that you have a show, you know, first of all, it's a diverse show without being like, we're diverse. You know, it's not making stereotypes about anyone. And so you're like, oh, see, look, people, you can make television that's diverse, that's all inclusive, and yet isn't just making fun of people or being stereotypical or judgmental, which I love. But you also have a show about three women from three generations of women, right? You have Rita, who plays Rita Moreno, who plays the grandmother, and then you have Justina Machado, who's playing her daughter, and then the granddaughter is Isabella Gomez. And what's so great is you have these three different women who are all intelligent, all opinionated, and coming at the show tackles really impressive subject matter from three different perspectives based on kind of where they're coming from. And so I was just so honored to just be a part of that show and to work with not only just extremely talented people, but also to be part of a show that was tackling tough subject matter and just being vocal for women. And, you know, Gloria, one of the creators, Gloria and Mike were just fantastic. And then from there, I went to Daytime Divas, which again was about 5 strong, intelligent women who were all very different, very diverse, and yet it was just, again, tackling important subject matters. And now then to go to The Good Doctor, it's like, I feel so blessed these past few years because I'm getting to work on these shows that are, you know, making strides and changing the way people, you know, think about things. And it's, I'm just, it's just like such a great place to be in. I'm so grateful.
Yeah. Because like the warrior woman can be just as much a cliche. Like, I don't want you to just be a kick butt character. Like that doesn't necessarily mean empowering. It can just be kind of boring and bland. And so like, I like women to be all different kinds of characters because that's the reality of like who we are. And I think that One Day at a Time is a great example because that show tackles so many different things because she's a veteran. The one character is a veteran. So it tackles that. It tackles divorce. It tackles, discrimination, immigration. Yes. LGBT issues. Religion. Yeah. So it tackles so many things, but it never loses the funny. And that's really hard to do.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, those writers are so incredible. I mean, bravo to Netflix too for, and Sony. I mean, that's the other thing I'll tell you. Sony, the last 3 shows for me, One Day at a Time, Daytime Divas, and now Good Doctor, they're all Sony produced shows. You know, Sony's fantastic to work for. They're just amazing and creating such great content. Right.
So let's talk about Royally Ever After. This is pretty exciting.
Yay! Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, sorry. I'm so proud of this movie. I'm so proud of it. It just fills me with joy. I cannot wait for people to see it.
Oh, that makes me so excited because I mean it's been like princess movies galore. Like this is just like they're no wonder they have a crown and Hallmark logo because this has just been pretty amazing. And this year, obviously for the royal wedding, but not only is this part of this season of Christmas princess movies, but this is literally on the day of the royal wedding. So this is huge.
I know, no pressure, right? No pressure. Oh my gosh, I know. And it's such a good movie. Like, I just can't. I'm hoping that because people are excited about the royal wedding, that they'll also that night want to watch the our Royally Ever After film, celebrate. And I'm having friends over to watch it, and so I'm hoping that I'll get people in the mood for it.
So, without spoilers, what can you tell us about it?
Well, it's about a New Jersey school teacher, elementary school teacher, and she falls in love with Danny, and he proposes, but he explains that the one caveat is that they can't actually get married unless his family approves. So it's about them journeying home. She meets his family, and then whether or not she can get them to approve, and how things work out for them. So it's a romantic comedy, but it's also very dramatic. Like it has so many different levels and layers, and these beautiful moments and silly moments and fun moments, and it's just such a great film. It has so much going on for it, and I think people are really gonna love it and connect to it.
Excellent. Also, I just need to know, what is the name of the fictional country that he is in charge of?
Oh, St. Ives.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that's amazing. So pleased.
Like the face scrub.
Yeah, like the face scrub. I just am so sick of every country being like Genovia. So that's amazing. Right. That's the best name I've ever heard. I'm so pleased.
Oh good. So so you guys, the cast we have, first of all, we're shooting in the most amazing castle ever. It's an actual castle, and it's called the Markree Castle in Sligo, Ireland. Okay, go to the Markree Castle website. It's like the most beautiful place ever. And we not only did we shoot there, but we lived there. Like, I was living in a castle for a month, okay?
Yeah.
So it was incredible, and it was so beautiful. And so we shot there, and then, oh my gosh, Maeve, our costume designer, brilliant. She did such a fantastic job with everything. And we, everyone was so good, you guys. We had the best crew, and then our cast was all these brilliant Irish and British actors. And we all stayed in the castle and got to know each other. And everyone just brought so much, and the script was fantastic. And Lee Friedlander, our director, can I just tell you, I had just come off, I think I told you guys at the beginning of this, I was like working I'd been out of the country since October, and I was exhausted, and I was wrapping up the season of Good Doctor, and then I got the offer for the film, and I read the script and I loved it, but I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm so exhausted. And it literally, like, I was home for 2 days before heading out again for a month. But I saw Lee Friedlander was directing it, and I was like, well, I have to work with her, because she did Switch for Christmas last year. I don't know if you remember that one. Yeah. And I was blown away by her work. She did such a fantastic job, and I'd heard good things about people that have worked with her. And I was like, the script's incredible. It takes place in Ireland, and I get to work with Lee Friedlander. Done. Like, I have to do this. And I'll tell you, like, I was so nervous to meet her, because I was like, I hope she's as amazing as I want her to be. And she was and is, and we got along so well. And she gives such good direction, and she just understands actors and can say just like the littlest thing and just change you, not just your performance, but change you as an actor. And she she loves this genre so much and loves these type of films and had so many fantastic ideas for shots and for scenes, like where scenes would take place. And I was so excited to work with her.
So
She's
that's
fantastic.
So good to hear. I mean, there are a lot of female directors that work for Hallmark, which is really cool. Christy Will Wolf, definitely one I think of for sure, and her. Yeah, that's really neat.
Well, what's so great about Hallmark, why I'm such a huge fan, one of the many reasons, is because Hallmark is making television about women, for women, with women. It's like they're like one of the few networks that's like, we're making programming for women. We're like, what do women want to see? And they're tapping into that, and they're doing it. And it's almost all strong female leads. And it's so cool to be a part of something like that. Yeah. And they do it well.
We think so. So your co-star Torrance Coombs, is he Irish? Yes. I don't know him that well.
Torrance is actually Canadian, but he always plays British characters. He was on, I think it goes all the way back to The Tudors is when he first started playing British character. And then from there he did Rain. And then, he just constantly plays British. He jokes that he thinks that like people think he actually is British when they hire him and they don't even realize. But oh my God, can I just tell you, he is like the sweetest person. We got along so well. He is just like amazing. And it was so easy. I think that's part of what makes the film so good too, is it was just so easy to act with him, and we got along so well that our friendship, it just bled into the work. And that's just, we truly adore each other. And so I think that really just that chemistry and that affection for each other really play out on screen. And I think it really helped.
Excellent.
Because you never know. Sometimes you can be like, oh my God, I can't stand you.
It's actually pretty funny because the last, I think, 4 Hallmark royal princes have been from Rain. So like they're just picking all the cast of Rain. Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm gonna tell him that. That's really funny. He's hilarious, and he's very funny too. His wife. Now, what's crazy is, so my character in the movies Sarah is from New Jersey, and his wife in real life is from New Jersey. So that was a fun little fact.
Oh yeah,
a little tidbit.
So did you have a New Jersey accent?
No, definitely did not. And his wife does not have a New Jersey accent either. So not everyone from New Jersey has a New Jersey accent.
Yeah, okay. That's fine. I just was wondering if you had to, do that for the role.
Well, I'm really excited. You just made me more excited even for Royally Ever After, because I'm getting a little... there's a lot of princess movies, so now I feel more energized than before talking to you. So hopefully our listeners will also feel the same way.
No, but it's a really good film. I honestly am just so I just like I can't. I've like never. I've just never. I'm so proud of it, and I'm so. I like also. I'm just so impressed when I see what Lee did. I'm blown away, and all the. I'm speechless. Like I can't even think of all the words to say. But I hope people tune in, because people are going to love it. People are really going to love it and be moved by it and have fun watching it.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so excited. We like to kind of finish off our interviews with what we call the like sort of fun questions. And so they're just silly.
Oh, they are pretty, they're just simple. So don't stress out about them. Sometimes people get like really like
analytical
about them, and they're just easy. So don't freak out. Okay. So the first one is, what is the best ice cream flavor?
Oh, I know this. So Salt and Straw makes this vegan ice cream that is Marionberry and shortbread cookie, but it's not only vegan, it's gluten-free. You guys, it is like, I got like fat eating this ice cream. Like it is unbelievable. Miles away, and I would walk there and get the ice cream, but like I got that. Like walking was not burning off enough calories for this ice cream, but it was so insanely good. But the problem with it is that they only had it for like a month last year, and I call them all the time. I'm like, when is this ice cream coming back? Like, it's so good.
Yum, that sounds good. Are you vegan?
I'm veganish. I eat eggs sometimes.
Okay, yeah.
So
excellent. And then so then the next one is, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Excellent.
Oh,
what kind of green? Like just straight up green from a crayon
I mean,
box?
I just love green, but I would say I would lean towards more of a turquoise teal green. But
yeah,
I just think green is such a vibrant color.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. And then this is the question that would have been like, what's in your CD player right now? But people don't really have CD players. So like, what music are you listening to right now?
Oh, that's a hard one. I'm trying to think of what. I don't know, lately, you guys, okay, honestly, lately, I've had a lot of 80s music on there.
Amazing.
I don't know why. I'm just like on the 80s. I've had like the Apple Music. I've had the 80s station on a lot lately. And yeah.
That's amazing. That is actually the right answer. I am proud of you for picking the right answer. But yes, the 80s music is the best. So, I mean,
it's really fun, and like, you know, some early 90s too, I guess. Like yesterday, my sister and I were listening to Shoop.
Yes.
we went through the whole song together, like did the entire song, like sang it out, and it was pretty funny.
Excellent.
So
you're just making good choices all over the place. Proud of you and your sister. Salt and pepper Shoop. Okay. Okay, and then what is your That's right.
So I'll keep going, guys. I'll keep going.
All right, and then what is your go-to date night food?
Ooh, honestly, I mean, if I could just, like, my favorite, I don't even know if it's like date night, but whatever, I guess it is. I love vegan nachos and like spicy margaritas. I love Mexican food. It's just, you know, the best. And so if I can get good vegan nachos and a spicy margarita, I'm so happy.
That sounds amazing. All right, and then kind of goes along with that, what is your go-to date night activity?
Going out to see, like, if it's going to be like a real nice date night, it's going out to dinner, and then we love to see theater. So it's if we were going to really spoil ourselves, yeah, it would be going out to a nice dinner and then seeing a show somewhere. That's always really fun for us. Birthdays and things and anniversaries, we've never really given gifts. It's more about just like going and having an experience and doing something cool. So
awesome. That was a great answer. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. I ramble so much. So.
No, we love it.
Sorry.
Okay, and then this next one is pretty. These are the either ors. So dogs or cats?
Cats.
Oh my! Yes, Fiona.
Nobody's team cats.
They're like the underrepresented people. Hashtag team cats. No, but is that because you're worried that your dog is actually just an actor dressed up in a dog costume?
Yes, I can never look at dogs the same. No, I actually really do like dogs. And I actually think when my cats pass away, if I ever got pets again, I might lean towards getting a dog. But it's hard being an actor and traveling so much for work. Mm-hmm. Having a pet in general is honestly hard, and we're gone such long hours that having a dog is a challenge. And cats are great because they're very self-sufficient and independent. Yeah. And that's, and I grew up with cats, and they're so much fun, and they have all these different fantastic personalities, and they like to cuddle. But dogs are great too. I'm not anti-dog.
No, it's fine. I'm a little, don't tell anyone, but I'm a little bit anti-dog, but that's because they scare me. That's my excuse. So I'm 100% team cats. So, I just am so happy that someone finally answered Team Cats without us bullying them into it.
Listen, I'm so much Team Cat that like my friends pretty much only give me cat stuff. Like to the point where I'm like, all right, guys, no more cat stuff because I'm gonna actually turn into like a crazy cat lady. And
excellent.
And you just embrace it. just go with it.
Just go with it.
All right, and then the next one is beaches or mountains.
Oh, beaches. I grew up in San Diego, pretty much on the water, and I just that's home to me. I would love to one day live in Santa Barbara by the beach, and
okay. All right, and then fancy dress or sweats.
Well, I'm in sweats right now, so I mean, I grew up in San Diego. I just want to be in shorts and a tank top and have my messy hair and just feel natural and comfortable. So,
all right.
It is fun to get dressed up, but I have to do that enough for work.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know why we still have this question because like only one person has ever picked like get dressed up all fancy. And I think they were just doing it to be silly. So like show me a person who would rather be in just like a fancy outfit all the time or in comfortable sweats and I'll call them crazy.
Listen, let me just tell you, they're lying. I mean, I'll tell you, they're lying or they're crazy. I mean, on The Good Doctor, I mean, I think I said that on my Instagram page. I'm like, not going to lie, guys, wearing sweats wearing scrubs is the best thing in the world. Like, I'm always like, oh, yay, it's scrub day. Every time I look at my scrub and I get to wear them, I'm way too happy about it because, it's like they're so comfortable.
But I do think it is fun to like, I don't know, go to like, I hate dancing, but I do think it is fun to like do all the prep work to get ready to go to a dance/formal event like that. Cause it is.
First of all, dancing is amazing. Dancing is so much fun. Why do you hate dancing?
That's right, Fiona. We're gonna fix her. She's gonna learn to love dancing.
Is it that you feel silly because we all look silly? We all look ridiculous. No, and I think the more ridiculous you look, the better. So.
Well, people in Utah are like hardcore dancing people, and so like it's not enough to just do like the shuffle and just like hang out and have fun. People here are like, you got to know all the steps and you got to like do it right. And I'm like the least, and I'm not just, it's not false modesty talking. I'm like the least coordinated person in the world, and because I'm slightly dyslexic, and so like it's hard for me to learn dances like that. And so like people are like, oh, it's easy. You can do like the cha-cha or like it's 1, 2, 3 step. And I'm like, I have no idea. You've lost me already. And so, like,
I understand what you mean. I have 2 left feet. I like have fallen in dance classes into walls. I'm not a good dancer, but I just more like to like put on music and just like dance around and like I'm like the little white girl just like bouncing like hee fun like no rhythm, no nothing. I am like the stereotype and whatever. It's I just like screw it. No, just to be silly.
I need to go dancing with you. I think then I'd have fun.
Yes.
But
yes.
Yeah, Rachel, you've been dancing with too many like swing club people who are trying to make you do like, I don't know, the swing and waltzes and things. Like, stay away from those people. Go to a top 40 club, Rachel.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, and your dress for Royally Ever After is really proud. I love that color blue.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Is it really
that's
blue?
The thing is it's not, oh God, it's like insanely royally blue. Okay. Yeah, it is like it, but can I just see it wasn't comfortable. Like I would, like if I was just like, I mean, it was so, it's just not comfortable. So that's why when people say they'd rather be in dresses like that, I'm like, no, show me something comfortable.
Yeah. It looked heavy. It looked kind of heavy. Like
very, very heavy. Yeah. Very heavy. But it was fun to feel beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Talk about dancing though. That was hard to dance in. And I kept tripping on it. I can't believe that they got the dancing sequence to work, because I remember just being like, it's never gonna work. I mean, I was like, yeah, it was not, not easy. But it worked. So.
That's so cool.
All right. And then the next question is, what is your favorite holiday?
Oh, Christmas. I mean, there's not even Christmas. Halloween used to be mine growing up. Like, I was very into Halloween, but I love Christmas because it lasts for weeks, and there's just something so special about everyone, spending time with family and friends. And my family doesn't even really give gifts at Christmas anymore, except for like kids and stuff. Like, we don't really do gifts. And so there's no, like, we do stocking stuffers, which is fun. Like, everyone has to give everyone a stocking stuffer. So there's always, like, the whole year, it's like trying to find something unique and random for stockings. But because we've kind of gotten rid of the gift giving, for the most part, it's really just about spending time together and, cooking and just, it's magical. And then I do this ornament party with all my girlfriends every year, and everyone comes over. There's like 40 of us, and everyone brings a really nice ornament that's wrapped, and then people fight over them, and it's the best.
Like a Hallmark keepsake ornament?
You guys, my friend has given me 2 from like antique ones over the past couple of years. My friend Louise, she's the best. And so I do.
I love that idea. I
just had to stay on brand, make sure that we tie it all back to Hallmark.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys know, but I used to actually work in a Hallmark store in high school too.
Oh, really? That's so funny.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
you're just
Hallmark for life, basically.
Hallmark, I know, right?
I love that idea for a party. I think that sounds so fun, because my Christmas tree every year, I call it my memory tree. And because whenever I travel or have different big moments in my life, I get an ornament for that place, or to symbolize that. So I have an ornament for my college. I have an ornament for my mission that I did, just different things like that, and different trips. When I went to Hawaii, I got an ornament, and but I love that idea of like having an ornament party. It's
so much fun. And so you have everyone bring an ornament, and I always tell people try to spend between like at least $10 and $20. So people that way someone's not stopping at CVS on the way over and grabbing like a $2 plastic ornament. It's like, because people really take people. That's the thing, is like, because I've been doing this for so many years, my girlfriends will they'll collect an ornament while they're working somewhere or they're traveling. Like, people will go to art shows. Like, people really try to find something unique and special. And so you want to make sure that if someone's doing that they're not getting, like, we've had over the past, like, we had a friend once bring like a plastic Justin Bieber ball, and and everyone was like, no, right? So we always like tell people, it's like, between $10 and $20, and or because we've been doing it for so long, people will hit up the sale rack right after Christmas and get really good ornaments for like 75% off. But and then you bring it and it's wrapped, and then the person who gets number 1 draws number 1. They get to unwrap an ornament, and then number 2 gets to either steal that ornament or unwrap a new one. And it's just so much fun. And then once an ornament's been stolen twice, it's safe. All those like rules, and it's great. I mean, we've been
and if you
doing it for way too long.
If you were tied up for cash, you could make something really pretty.
Even then, I mean, we have people, some of the best ornaments people have made. So, like some beautiful ones, because I have some incredibly crafty friends, and, some of my girlfriends, like my friend Sam and my friend Jill and I, we'll get together and make ornaments and make Christmas decorations. So it doesn't, it's more just about people knowing, try to put some time and effort in finding an ornament versus, that's the important behind it.
I was just thinking, you should pitch this as a Hallmark movie. The Ornament Party. I could totally
the ornament exchange.
Yeah. That would be good. It would be like magical Christmas ornaments, but like the Ornament Club or something like that. It would be, that would be really cute. You should writing on it right now.
By the way, some of my favorite ornaments over the past few years have come from Stephen Brown of Glitterville Studios. He makes the most gorgeous ornaments, and it's so funny because I discovered him recently, and I was like, oh my god, like so many of my ornaments are his, but I didn't realize it. I started collecting. I have some that are a few years old now, and it was so funny because I saw something in a store and I was like, I gotta look this up. This is so beautiful. Like, who made this? And then I went on this guy's website and I was like, oh my god, all of my favorite ornaments are his. So you have to check him out, Glitterville on Instagram. He's just incredible.
Cool.
He makes these beautiful tiaras too. Oh my god, no, this guy's just adorable. So,
Cool.
Huge fan.
All right. And then, sorry, I do want to ask though, because you did say that you loved Halloween as a child or growing up. What's your favorite Halloween costume you ever had?
I would say it's funny because I have a couple that I love. One is like, well, my mom is like, she loves sew, and she's is a Snow White costume that I wore, and then she also made Alice in Wonderland one year. But and then we also made this really cool Queen of Hearts one that I loved, and and then another year we did Cruella de Vil. I think you can tell that I love Disney. So, but yeah, I mean, I love Halloween. I mean, I'm a huge Halloween fan. I love going to, I'm also a huge Tim Burton fan, and I love Nightmare Before Christmas, and that's like one of my favorite movies because it kind of combines Halloween and Christmas, and saw that. That's another show my husband and I saw at the Hollywood Bowl. But yeah, so I don't know, I named like 15 costumes. Sorry.
No, it's awesome. I'm a huge fan of Halloween, so I just wanted to know what your costumes were. Costumes are like my favorite thing, basically.
They are. No, I definitely, I love Halloween. But there's just something about Christmas, I think, as I've gotten older, that's become so sentimental.
Yeah. I mean, there's really a magic around Christmas, and then Halloween's just like absurd fun. So it's like, you can't really compete on the same level, but
yes, exactly. What is your favorite Halloween costume
that I ever have been?
Yeah.
So I had my mom made my prom dress, and it was this like great big Parisian style old timey dress. And then I got a Marie Antoinette wig, and I wore it for Halloween the next year.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I want to see a picture. You have to send me a picture. I really want to see this.
But yeah, I was a big fan.
I do love Halloween as well, and I try to dress up every year. But when I was little, my mom would make our costumes every other year, so it was pretty exciting like my sister would get one year, and then I'd get my turn the next year, so she'd alternate, and so it was really exciting when we got to be our year. That was, and I was Aurora one year, and that was very exciting. Yeah.
I got too excited there. I apologize for the scream that I just had, and I'm a little embarrassed. But I love that we all had our moms make our costumes and our prom dresses. That's so cool.
Yeah, we're pretty fancy over here on this podcast with our seamstress mothers.
Yeah,
mother.
If I ever have kids, it's gonna be what do you want Grandma to make you this year?
What does Target have?
And so our last question is, what is your favorite Hallmark movie? And you are allowed to pick one that you're in, just for the record. It's fine.
Good. I have to say Royally Ever After.
Good.
Because I'm so insanely obsessed with this movie, and I'm beyond proud of it. And I think it's so good. I'm blown away by it. I really am. So I'm saying Royally Ever After.
Okay, I'm so excited to see it now.
Me
like
too.
I was honestly a little trepidatious before talking to you, because I just worried.
You're like another royal movie.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I mean, really, the fact that they named the country St. Ives just makes me feel like it's already going in a new and creative direction.
Yeah.
It's just not like it just feels so special, and it feels like a feature film that you would see in the theaters. It feels like a feature. Like, I remember someone recently was like, where are all the old romantic comedies? Like, why don't you see them in movie theaters anymore? And why aren't they being made? And this, I feel like it's like, here's one. Here you go. Here's one that, and it's really beautiful. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, great. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. We know how busy you are, and we really appreciate it. Hopefully we can have you on again sometime.
Definitely. Send me those Halloween pictures, and it was such a pleasure chatting with you, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the movie.
Yeah. Well, tell us, how can people contact you on social media or whatever? How can people find you?
It's very easy. It's just at Fiona Gubelmann. If you can figure out how to spell it, that's all I have to do. Fiona, Fiona Gubelmann, Gubelmann. It's the same on both Twitter and Instagram. I love the live tweet, but that's usually all I do on Twitter. Most of my posts nowadays are on Instagram.
Oh, great. Okay, great. Well, we'll have all that in the description section. You guys can follow Fiona. And thanks again. We really appreciate you taking time to talk with us.
Of course. It was so much fun. Have a great day, guys.
You too.
All right, you too.
Bye. Thanks so much to Fiona for talking with us. And this week on the podcast, we're so excited to be talking about both of the Darrow and Darrow films. We just had the new one this last weekend. And Ruth Hill is going to be joining us to talk Darrow and Darrow. And so we always look forward to talking with her. Was one of our favorites of last year, all three of us. And so we're really excited to talk about this new one. And then we also have our recap of The Good Witch coming up on Thursday. So make sure that you look out for that. And that would be really fun. There's nothing on Hallmark except for a new episode of Good Witch this weekend. But time to get caught up maybe in some things that you missed. So should be pretty fun. And then we have next week will be our episode to prepare for the royal wedding. So we're going to be talking about Meghan Markle's movies, her 2 movies for Hallmark, and that should be pretty fun. So lots to look forward to here on the podcast. So make sure you're subscribed to us on iTunes and on YouTube, and make sure that if you have a second we really appreciate comments and ratings, reviews on iTunes. If you have a sec, that is very helpful. And make sure you're following us on our social media on Instagram and at Hallmarkies Pod on Instagram and on Twitter. And we're all over the place. We try to post daily. And so Amber, where can people find you?
As always, I'm at Amber Brainwaves on Twitter, and that's it.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews on iTunes and on YouTube. And so I'd really appreciate you subscribing to that as well. So thanks again to Fiona, and we will talk to you all again soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.